All right, everyone. So we're getting closer to the release of the newest chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga. After being on hiatus for a couple of months, the manga is officially coming back, and it is coming back with a new arc, which is actually a prequel to what's going to be the manga adaptation of the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, just in case you may have missed the news. So we've got the draft pages, as always, every time whenever a new chapter is about to be released, the official Dragon Ball website will release the draft pages for like the first 6 or 7 pages of the upcoming chapter, and we're going to go over them, and we do have translations as always. But let's go ahead and take a look at this, and we'll see what these pages are telling us. So this is on the official Dragon Ball website. The new superhero arc is a prequel to the events of Dragon Ball Super Superhero and picks up where the Granola Survivor arc left off, or Granola the Survivor arc left off. The story is set back on planet Earth and focuses on Trunks and Goten, who are having some heroic escapades of their own. So yeah, just in case, again, you may have missed the news, we are going to be getting a prequel to the events of the superhero movie, and the prequel is going to be focused on Trunks and Goten. So if you're someone who has been wanting Trunks and Goten to be in the spotlight, well, you are going to get your wish. I don't know how many chapters this prequel is going to be. Maybe it's going to be like 2, 3, or 4 chapters. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I imagine it's probably not going to be. It's not going to be very long, because I'm guessing they probably want to get to the events of the movie as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and take a look at these draft pages. So this is the first one. Now I did already do a short video talking about this first page here in particular, so you can head on over there and check that out if you want to. But yeah, we've got the first page right here. We've got we're on Beerus's planet. We've got Goku, Beerus, and Whis over there, just sitting back enjoying their food. And you've got Vegeta over here thinking about their confrontation with Black Frieza. So yeah, just real quick, this arc, of course, does indeed take place after the events of the Granola the Survivor arc. So for all the people who were wondering whether Superhero is taking place before or after, or maybe during the events of the Granola the Survivor arc, no, it's actually taking place after. This is now official confirmation from the official Dragon Ball website. This is happening after the Granola the Survivor arc. So for anyone out there who may have been a little bit confused, there you go, you've got official confirmation. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Now this actually looks pretty damn good. This is, I'm guessing, going to be the cover page for the chapter. You've got the title right there. You can see, I think that's Dr. Hido. Now it doesn't look 100% clear, because again, these are draft pages. This isn't the finalized version. I'm guessing the final version is going to look a lot better. You've got Trunks and Goten over there, and you've got some characters here. Again, it's a little hard to see right here. This character kind of looks like Mai, I'm guessing, maybe. I don't know who these characters are. Again, it's a little unclear, but hopefully it'll look. We'll be able to know who it is in the finalized version. So let's go ahead and look at the next page. So we've got Goten and Trunks. We see them striking their superhero pose. Obviously very reminiscent of Gohan in the Great Saiyaman arc at the beginning of the Buu arc. At the beginning of the Buu saga, excuse me. And here we can see where they are. Nice establishing shot right here. They're facing off against a bunch of criminals. And again, we've got translations for this, so don't you worry, we are going to get to that. And here we've got the robber pulling a gun. Obviously it's not going to work, and Trunks just destroys it, puts it in a bag, and just hands it back to him. Just some Dragon Ball comedy, which I think a lot of us really love. But yeah, so by the way, again, I know there are some people out there who don't really like whenever I talk about this, but I gotta mention it. The paneling, much better. One thing that, again, I know there's probably a lot of people out there who will still like say that Toyotaro isn't really getting better as an artist. I completely disagree with that. I think he's gotten much better compared to how he was at the beginning. His pages are much cleaner. They're much clearer than before. Can easily go from one panel to the next, much better than before. Whereas previously, the page looks so busy, you can barely tell what's going on. Much better, definitely an improvement. So we've got, this is the next page right here. They try to attack him, which of course doesn't work, because again, it is Trunks and Goten. So they take him out pretty easily. You can see them right there, just kicking them and then just sending them back. And then they strike a pose for the audience. And then we see them here at the top of the building after the police show up. and then we've got them taking off their costumes. We've got a conversation. We see them strike a pose again. It looks very similar to this dude over here. And then we see Goten getting a phone call, and then them sitting down and talking. And okay, so this draft page looks a little rougher than usual. I mean, these are still pretty rough, but they're a lot cleaner than what we're seeing right here. Now this actually looks more like a storyboard than what we see over here. Honestly, this looks a lot cleaner than normal storyboard. So yeah, we can see him getting a call from his mom. He's changing, and then he calls Nimbus again. Really reminding me of the Great Saiyaman arc in the Buu saga. So it says right here, as you can see the panels above, Trunks and Goten are busy defending the city as the mysterious heroes Saiyaman X1 and X2. So that's their superhero names. Trunks seems to have his heart set on battling some truly evil baddies, but what sort of events are in store for these two teenage half Saiyan heroes? Check out the rest of the story in V-Jump's supersized February edition, available in Japan on December 21st. So that's when the chapter is going to be released. Now, as I said, we do have some translations. We are going to take a look at them. Of course, this is courtesy of DBS Hype, so big shout out to him for translating this for us. So it says right here, Goten and Trunks are dressed as superheroes and repeating their catchphrases. They are the cleanup heroes, Saiyaman X1 and X2. Now, that as we saw on the website. They're trying to stop a robbery at a jewelry store in Mosquito Town, located in West City. Robbers and the victims are confused by what's happening, but one of them recognizes that these two are the heroes who have been stopping crimes recently. One of the robbers pulls out a gun, but Trunks destroys it and says that he will not forgive him if he continues to make the town dirtier. He takes the destroyed gun, puts it in a plastic bag, and returns it to the thief. They then try to attack with knives and punches, but the cleanup heroes dodge and fight back, defeating all the bandits and reassuring the people. After that, they climb a building and go back to practicing their lines and poses. They wonder if they are not too similar to a hero named Clean God, who has a poster on this same building. But Goten says that the fact that they are a duo sets them apart. Technically, I guess that's true. Goten's phone starts ringing with an announcement that there has been an incident of theft. Trunks says that this will be their next mission, but apparently it is a cybercrime. Neither of them knows much about computers, so they give up. It is at this point that Chi-Chi angrily calls Goten, and he starts to change clothes, putting on his uniform, so I guess he's going to school. Trunks says that he would like to upgrade their hero suits and that he will ask Pilaf to do this. Goten then hands his suit to Trunks and rides on the Flying Cloud, or the Nimbus. So that's actually pretty interesting. The fact that the crime that they were alerted to is a cybercrime. I wonder if maybe they're going to bring in like characters like maybe Bulma, because this has more to do with technology, and she is an expert there, so maybe she'll help them out. I don't know, I'm just guessing. In the cover page, let me bring it up again. We do see Dr. Hito over here, so I wonder what part he's gonna play in this prequel to the superhero movie, and how it's going to lead to the events that we saw in the movie. I am curious about that. Again, it's a little difficult to see what this is. Again, this is just the draft pages, so it's gonna look much better in the finalized version, so maybe we'll get a clearer look. Maybe these are the henchmen that he had in the movie, because if you remember in the movie, it was stated at the beginning that Dr. Hito was arrested because he was performing experiments on people, where he has effectively turned zombies into his his work slaves, essentially, that kind of shit. I wonder if maybe that's what these are. I could be wrong, but anyway, those are the draft pages. This is what's going on. Let me know, guys, your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think is happening? Are you guys again excited for the prequel to the adaptation of the superhero manga? Apparently there are some people who are confused, thinking that the movie isn't canon or whatever. I don't know why people think that. Well, I do kind of understand that, because again, what's canon or what's not is getting to be really confusing when it comes to Dragon Ball. A lot of people are wondering, well, the movie is a canon, what about the anime, what about the manga? Because the anime and manga, even though they cover the same events, they cover them differently, so it's a little bit weird. So yeah, I understand, being a little confused as to what's canon or not, but I think this pretty much confirms that the movie is indeed canon, if it's also happening in the manga. So now maybe the events of the movie are going to be a little bit different in the manga, because again, we've seen that before. universal survival arc was different in the manga than it was in the anime. Same thing with the Future Trunks arc. Same thing with the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament arc. You know, they were essentially the same, but they happened differently. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the manga, how it covers it. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know again your thoughts in the comment section down below, and while you're here, make sure to leave a like, share this video out there, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, ring the bell for notifications, and I hope I see you guys for my next video, which is hopefully the review for Dragon Ball Super chapter 88. Bye for now.